case to be dismissed and not to be transferred. What a Jimako, what Nnamdi Kanu should be asking for is for the case to be dismissed and for him to be discharged and acquitted due to lack of diligent prosecution by the federal government and not transfer. So what they are asking is wrong. What they are asking for is wrong. Transferring,
but doesn't that show that they are still interested in having this case in court and seeing it to a judicial conclusion where justice will be done in this case? Because if they're asking for an outright dismissal, the federal government could say, okay, we're not done with you, right? And the reason why he's asking for it to be moved to the southeast is because he believes that he will get justice there. And that is where I'm going with this questioning, right? Will he actually get justice in the southeast if that case is transferred there?
Yes.
Is he believing that it is the judges in the southeast that would actually give him the kind of...
If you look at the symbol of justice, it is a blind man that's with a sword.
March 2024 National Convention in Anambra State, which produced Abure as the national chairman. But the 29-member caretaker committee established by Obi and Oti wrote a statement reacting to the Court of Appeals ruling, warning Abure to stop presenting himself as the party's national chairman due to the caretaker committee headed by Nenadi Usman. But the party's legal advisor is now coming out to say, you heard what he said, that there is no problem and that the courts even made a mistake when they asked Abure to stop parading himself as the chairman.
Well, for me, I'm not P2B or P2B's spokesperson. I've not heard from P2B whether he is now with Abure. But all I know is that, and it's public opinion, it's in the public domain, that P2B is a party to the 29 caretaker committee. He had not said that he's not there. But this current Labour Party National Working Committee are working for the APC.
The National Working Committee of the Labour Party?
Abure, this their so-called legal advisor are all working for APC. And
in what capacity and what exactly? What's the evidence to back that up for you to say that they're working for the APC?
If you read what Abure said yesterday, that his own faction. Understand me?
So he's already factionalizing the party.
That his own faction, you're going to see that his own faction. And I know where he is going. I said that yesterday. That some members of the Labour Party in the National Assembly, they come to APC. And the Constitution says once you decamp from one party to the other, you lose your seat. But you can decamp if there's factions in the party. Understand me? So Julius Abure want to say that there's faction in Labour Party, which means those that decamp has every right to decamp. That's what he said yesterday. Understand? So he's trying to give a legal backing to those who decamp from Labour Party to the APC. So he is working for the APC. The legal advisor is working for the APC, and it will be a very big mistake if P2B should join Julius Abure.
The National Publicity Secretary of the Labour Party, Abure, has said that all of these are just distractions being created by the media, and Peter Obi himself and Alex Oti have not said that they are leaving the party or that they are leaving Abure.
Well, to answer that, in the last local government election in Abia State, ZLP, Abia State has 17 local governments. ZLP won 15 local governments. Then PDP won 1. That clearly shows you that Alex Oti has no business again with Labour Party. Because if he still has a business with Labour Party will have won all the local governments in Abia State. What what Simi and Fubra did in Rivers by APP, winning all the local governments, is what Annex OT also did. So this clearly show you that they have no business again with Labour Party. And it will be a mistake on their own side if they continue to romance with a party that is working for the ruling party.
The caretaker committee has threatened to drag Abure and the Labour Party to the Supreme Court.
It's already in Supreme Court.
Yeah, they threatened, right, before they did that, right. But Abure now is saying that they do not think that any member of the party will go ahead and demand alternative results after the appeal court has made a declaratory ruling. However, we are working to bring everyone together to see how we can move forward. No party does not have one crisis or the other, and the Labour Party is not from the moon. It is also affected by one issue or the other. Whenever one or two people are gathered, there will always be some conflicts here and there. But we have passed through that since last year. You do know that Peter Obi joined the Labour Party after all of these people, and then became their presidential candidate. Right. So he and Oti, they support
who are the
29 member caretaker committee.
Obi has nobody to compete with him in the party.
But one could say that Abure and others, they had already been members of the party and even chairman before Obi came into the party. These are the people who welcomed him into the fold.
Doing what?
Right? So it's there's a school of thought who believe that it seems that he's trying to upstage the leadership of the Labour Party. Obi and Oti are trying to upstage the leadership of the Labour Party with this caretaker committee, especially when the appeal court has said, look, this is not what it is. Abure remains the chairman of the Labour Party.
What were they doing? What was the rating of Labour Party before 2022 when Obi join them?
With the way Obi has been moving and the obedient movement, which is very different from the Labour Party, there are speculations that he may not even be in the Labour Party up until 2027. And you do know that the party has thrown open its presidential ticket, not just to him, but to anyone else who is willing to come in 2027. So with all of these issues, if they lead to him leaving the party, and yet he has established a caretaker committee, where does that leave the Labour Party without Obi?
The caretaker committee can still move into another party. They can move into ZLP. They can move into SDP. They can move into anywhere. Understand? They can but it will be wrong for P2B to stay in the Labour Party till 2027.
It will be wrong for him to stay in the Labour Party.
Very, very wrong.
Despite
it will
him,
be miscalculation.
Would you say intervening or interfering in the leadership of the party? Would he now leave all of these issues that have been created and move to another party?
APC is behind the crisis in Labour Party.
In what way, and why does the APC get to be the only one that is being accused? Does the PDP not have what it takes to infiltrate other parties?
APC is behind the crisis in PDP. But for me, I'm not against it. That is what politics is all about. Labour Party should also sponsor crisis in APC. PDP should also sponsor crisis in APC. Understand me?
They have the capacity to do that.
They may not have. They may not. But there are people in APC that are not happy. There are people in APC that are not benefiting from the government. Understand me?
And so they should target those ones and find how they can use them to cause division within
the
party.
Sure. That is what politics is all about. It happens everywhere.
Let's quickly talk about insecurity in Nigeria, which seems to really hit home. On Lagos-Ibadan Expressway, there is this bus stop called Arekpo. It's in Ogun State. That's after Bega, right? And the wife of a former AIG, retired AIG rather, was abducted by kidnappers who have now been neutralized, ransom recovered, and she was rescued, thankfully unhurt. The military has also said that it has neutralized Belaturgi's second in command. His son has been killed. His enclave has been dismantled. The hostages, the people who were holding hostage, have been released. Are we finally seeing a victory by the Nigerian military on the war against terrorism?
Excuse me, the way the wife of Odumosu was rescued, how many Nigerians have been rescued that way? That's the question. The way they fought tooth and nail to make sure that the wife of AIG Odumosu was rescued. How many Nigerians that have been kidnapped on a daily basis has been rescued that way? But this is a wife of an AIG,
A
so
retired AIG.
everything must be done. So for me, I'm congrats to Odumos, whatever. But that willingness should be extended to every Nigerian, as they fought and make sure that the kidnappers were killed, ransom recovered. Let every Nigerian kidnapped be a beneficiary of that tax, of that squad that was able to do that.
All right, Mr. Peter, in this case, time for us to go. Our time is fast spent. Thank you for joining me on the World News at 12 this afternoon.
Thank you for having me.
You have been listening to the World News at 12 right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Just before we wrap up, let's take a look at the top stories again. You heard that IPOB leader Nnamdi Kanu has insisted on his case being transferred to the southeast. Airstrikes kill scores of terrorists in Niger Forest. The Labour Party legal advisor reviews Peter Obi now with Abure's camp, and the internal memo reveals Trump considers sending 10,000 troops to U.S.-Mexico border. And that is on the World News at 12. My name is Chioma Innocent. Good afternoon and thank you for listening.